Hey everybody, I'm here to do my weekly weigh-in. Had to remember what channel I was doing this for. I want to say thank you for all the comments about last week's video. I had totally forgotten to mention that my father had passed away 3 days after my son was born, but we were on good terms, and he was aware enough that he knew my son was born and that his middle name was named after my dad. And then the next day he went into a coma, and the day after I got out of the hospital he died. So it was kind of a bittersweet, bringing home a son and losing a father. But yeah, I just want to really thank you. I'm not one to put a whole bunch of stuff out there, but I also want, if anybody can get any benefit from my experiences, then I thought I would put it out there. So this week it was a good but bad week. I gained 2.6 pounds, but it's a good gain in the fact that I did some experimenting, because this week, Saturday was Halloween, Sunday was my birthday, and I did okay with the Halloween candy, but the birthday supper and dessert kind of bad. But also I realized that I swell up on certain foods. So I kind of experimented this week and see what I could eat that would not make me swell up, and that what I could not eat. And while I'm okay with pitas and wraps, like the tortillas, I'm not okay with bread. Any bread. Nope. No. Not even whole wheat. I swell up with whole wheat. So yeah, it's good in the fact that I gained the weight knowing, so I can find out what to avoid. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, and I was grabbing my husband bought me a couple of the Weight Watchers smart ones, like for lunches and stuff, and I was kind of shocked that the one that I was having today was whole wheat pasta, but it was 39 grams of carbs, and I was shocked. So they're gonna have to hold off on those ones, or at least until I can get my body to settle down. But there is, I found online, it's almost like a gluten intolerance. It's called a carb intolerance. And I went down the list, and that's the first time I've ever looked at a list and went yes, 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 yes to everything. So I also noticed that my carpal tunnel in my shoulder and my back injury, the pain grew when I gained the weight, and not because of the pressure of the weight, but the inflammation from the carbs. So yes, I may have gained, but it was an informational gain. Not that I did it on purpose. I watched what I ate, or when I would get the symptoms, then I would know what I had ate previously was something to avoid. That kind of information. I didn't intentionally go and grab like 3 chocolate bars and eat them to see if I would react to them, if that makes sense. So this thing online, it's called the 2-week carb test, and it's you take out all the carbs for 2 weeks, but before you start, you write down all your health symptoms and the problems and all that, and your measurements, and then you do the 2-week test, and then you see what health benefits you got, or if anything got worse, and then you slowly add in carbs. Like you do one type of fruit one day and then another type of fruit the next day, and see how that works. And if those are okay, then you gradually introduce like dairy, and then you gradually introduce breads. And I already know breads, the pastas, doughs, that seems to be what is bothering me. So if I want pizza, I'm going to make that out of the cauliflower base, and I'm going to try the cauliflower mashed potatoes and see how I like those, because if I like those, then I'll make them all the time. And I don't have a problem with cauliflower, so I don't think I'd really not like them, if that makes sense. I think that's it for what I want to say this week. Yeah. So yeah, thank you everybody for your comments. I don't like to talk about certain things, but if it's going to help people, then I'd rather help somebody. I'm not ashamed of what's happened to me. I really am not. It's not my fault. I didn't ask for it. And I've grown up. I had to grow up early. That's the thing. I didn't really have a childhood much. So as you can see, the dolls behind me. Oh, that way. Whatever. That way. There we go. I don't necessarily play with dolls, but I'm so close, and I'm trying to sell them on Etsy, just for extra money, because I am a stay-at-home mom. But I do like dolls. I even have them. I have them everywhere. And in fact, my husband got me a new one for my birthday, which that's pretty standard. I get one either for my birthday and Christmas, or at least once a year anyways. But it's not just like kids dolls. I have adult, like, ball jointed dolls too. So it's kind of keeping me young without me being a kid, I guess. Oh well. I'm having fun, and my husband loves me, so what more can I say? I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.